We're back. It's been a while.
I'm fired up, Paul. I'm fired up. I know that it took a second for me to clap back there. I'm fired up.
Clap back.
I'm fired up.
So let's do a re-intro. Let's do a re-intro to the podcast. So on this episode, it'll be a quick little one. Max, our producer, has some questions. He's been with us. How long have you been with us now? For a couple of years. We always say we're going to bring him on. We're bringing him on. Here he is. Let's do it.
You want me to take this one?
Yeah.
I think that there's something really special about Flow Lending Group and the way that we operate in the landscape. And what I mean by that is, ever since we worked at the bank all the way through to the changes that we've gone through to get to here, you've independently coached hundreds of mortgage agents and mobile mortgage specialists. And the value that you bring to the table from that lens, as well as understanding the different personalities, the different tactics, the way to manage those circumstances, to manage different markets. I mean, you've been doing this now since 2017, right? So there's so much value in everything that you've learned, and you continue to learn, and you're very meticulous in the way that you kind of house that information and keep it in your war chest, let's call it. And I think, this long-winded answer is to say we're revealing the different tactics that you've accumulated over time to help people that are getting into the business, people that need to break through a certain volume perspective, or people just in general business that need a quick, pick me up, get remotivated, get reinvigorated to kind of just blow it out of the water. And I think that's kind of the value of this podcast. And for me, it's like the best thing on earth because we get to chill for a couple hours. And there's just so much value that you can give people. And I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, I think to tie it up, everything that you hit, just to highlight the points. Number one, we started this just really during COVID to hang out, and we're doing it virtually. Secondly, we really started it at the beginning to provide coaching and tips and tactics for people in the mortgage industry on how to build the book. And those initial episodes are still probably the most popular ones. The meat and potatoes, how to prospect, banker to broker. And then we really evolved it over the years to bring in different types of entrepreneurs, different people outside of the industry. And I think that was important so that we can kind of get the audience some different looks and some different thoughts on just having the grind, having the ideas to build a business from scratch, no matter what it was. And I really hope that people continue to find value in it. And obviously the main audience are people in the mortgage industry. But I think anyone that is in sales in general can listen to it. And even just, I have friends that are not in sales that just enjoy the banter, which we have, but that's it in a nutshell. I think of what you can expect is some really great ideas, motivation, not reinventing the wheel, just again, getting back to basics, but there is business out there and we always bring different ways and different flavors of how we've evolved. I think if you think about when we started, so 2021, the market has gone up and down, and we've always been able to provide different ideas every year. And so hopefully people can pull some stuff out of it. And I think the new agents that are coming in, even banker to broker that listen to this, they really enjoy it. So
I think an important piece is that you and I started to do this as a pet project, and because we really enjoyed it. And we kind of recorded when we had time and things like that. And what we're committing to now to the listeners is consistency, right? So we're going to be posting once a week. And just a ton of value, and we're going to be putting some, meaningful time and money behind it to just really do it properly. And that's something that I think is going to be really exciting for the future of the show. And I feel like, and I say this all the time, that we started this whole every mortgage brokerage starting a podcast. I know you don't agree with me, but I think we started that.
No, I don't disagree with you. I just don't think we need to put it out there every episode.
We didn't put it. When have we ever said this before?
You literally say it every episode. Has he not said that before?
Have I said it before?
A few times.
I mean, you prefaced it with
less than he can count on two hands.
All right, fine. Whatever. Either way.
Okay, I got another question for you guys. For those who don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourselves and what led you into the mortgage industry.
Okay. Paul Kito, nice to meet you.
What are you gonna say? Like, you're a Swedish model? Like, what are you gonna say?
Not Swedish. So, dark hair. It's not definitely not Swedish. I mean, I'd love to be a model, but
Isn't here
maybe
Holland?
Italian.
Okay.
Holland. Holland is not a model. Norwegian. So, yeah, I've been in the mortgage game space for quite a while. What led me into mortgages when I was at the bank was I was in a lot of head office roles, wanted something more entrepreneurial, and was actually thinking to go become a investment advisor, financial planner, and went into my VP at the time, Rennie Quercia, who actually just recently was at CHIP and retired. So congrats, Rennie. Went in, was talking about these ideas and thoughts, and he said, "Have you ever thought about sales manager, district manager?" I said no. Told me about it. It's like right away is what I wanted to do, and that was running a team of successful mobile mortgage specialists at TD. And so for a year, all I did was put everything into that time. I'd stay extra. I'd go shadow other managers. I really did all my research because at the time, no one of my experience or lack of experience ever got that job. There was always branch managers. Anyways, I was already working in real estate secured lending. I was doing, I understood pricing, all that other type of stuff. I really loved the product. I really loved, the lending side of the business. And then I decided to interview for the role. When it came up, I got it. And it was the best role I ever had, honestly, in the bank, of course. Did that and fell in love with mortgages, got to build an amazing team. At the time, I think I was left with maybe 11 or 12 that I kind of inherited, and then I had to go out and hire. And many of those are with me today that I hired, right? Brought in Arthur, Lizanne, Dan, Miguel, Maria, Carlo, maybe a few more that I'm missing, which is terrible if I am. But I hired a lot that followed me over, and I've been very fortunate. And that's and then they left, came over to the broker side, and I decided to follow. And Janice was also on my team, and it's been the best decision since. We love the broker channel. Obviously, things are changing and ever evolving, but I think we're pretty nimble. And again, I don't think there's any other place I'd rather be than in this channel and in this space, because I do think there's a huge opportunity, and we're going to be back in a very, very good competitive situation very shortly. So.
Dude, you're so excited to be here.
Why, did I not sound excited?
No, you sound so excited. It's so fun.
I don't know if you're being serious or not.
I'm being dead serious.
I think I'm not energetic enough.
No, you're so excited to be here. That's crazy. I didn't know you were going to be a financial advisor. Mm-hmm. I have a similar story, kind of. Mortgages fell in my lap. I was working at TD Bank as a part-time advisor, working the evening shift while in school, and I had the opportunity to go work in investment banking, and that was an offer that we got out of school as students in finance. And at the same time, Paul was looking to grow his team. And I had this sort of fork in the road to decide what I want to do. And the interesting part is to understand how different my parents are and how complementary they are to each other. So I came home and I said, there's this opportunity to become an investment banker with another big bank. With a great salary, big upside, and the opportunity to kind of develop. And over time, you can make some significant money, but you do work for the bank. And the other option was to work as a mobile mortgage specialist, earning full commission. And I was like 21 or 22 at the time. So kind of had life ahead of me, and I could make a decision that could, potentially, affect my life in a very positive or negative way. And I came home and I described the two situations that I had to my parents, and my mom right away, given her entrepreneurial spirit, said, take the commission role, like build your business. Don't let somebody tell you what you're worth. You tell them what you're worth. And my father said, no, take the job. Take the guarantee. Thank God I listened to my mom, and I took the MMS role with Paul. And in my first year, I was nominated for Rookie of the Year, which was really cool.
Yeah.
I lost to a guy in British Columbia, which was okay. That was a great, learning for me, and then just kind of took it from there. I love complex credit. That's kind of my sweet spot. I really like to, look at deals, break them apart, put them back together, find a way to make them work, have an underwriter understand. That's kind of my sweet spot. And then I also had this unique way to convey these, situations to underwriters and then to clients as well. And together it worked really, really well. And I got the opportunity to build my business. And, thankfully, financially it's been really rewarding. And I do believe that we're in the best business that there is. I think that there's so much opportunity, and I just don't think that the market dictates the level of income that you can make right now. I think there's a lot of opportunity out there, and it's really, the mountain is you.
Remember that one?
Love that.
That's a book.
Why did you choose the name Excellence of Execution, and what does it mean to you?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's easy.
Oh, that's a good one.
I feel like it came pretty quick. I can't remember some of the other names.
Was
there any other names?
So you...
Oh, it was Bros and Spros or something like that first. No?
I can't remember.
Espressos and Mortgages.
I don't remember the name being like a problem. I don't remember it us having to deliberate. I think that... Okay, so... Well, tell the story. Go ahead.
From the moment that I met Dan, he's always executed. So from our first meetings, and I still vividly remember him walking into an office at Dufferin & Steele's with this book that you collect like hockey cards in, and he was putting business cards in them. And every time I would see him, like our first meeting 3 weeks in, he already had like 90% of the book filled, right? And it was just like he would nonstop just go, and he was going anywhere to everywhere and collect business cards. Like his goal was to give out and hand out, I think it was 10 a day.
Yeah.
And every single time we'd have a coaching, which is where you sit down and go over activities and how you generate business, he would execute within 48 hours. And so I'm a big WWF, not WWE fan. Excellence of Execution was Bret Hart's name. And when I started thinking about what we want to put out there and how you go and do activities and how you execute and how you can generate business and what we really, the goal of this was to put this out for our team during COVID to go out and get business. I don't know, it just kind of hit. And I was like, the excellence of execution. And I just came up with it. Sometimes these things come to me, most names do. And he's like, and he doesn't give me a hard time. He kind of lets me run with it. So, but it was really named after him. So obviously.
Bret Hart, really.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the name really embodies you.
I blew Paul away. On our first, it was the, I think third interview. There's 3 interviews in this role at the bank. So the first one's with him. Second one is with him and his colleague. So like
we gave him a rough ride though. We gave him a rough ride.
They took me for a spin for
sure.
We
gave him a really rough ride to get the job. Yeah.
Look at us now. And then the third one is with the VP. You and the VP. But really at that point, but you at that point, which I didn't know back then, at the bank, it's very, they have a way of making you feel kind of, anyways. So
yeah, but it's not like it's the last interview is really our job.
Your decision.
No, the last interview is our job to now say we like this candidate. We need your final sign off, and they don't always sign off.
That's fair.
To be honestly.
That's fair.
Yeah,
but if you
in all my people, they haven't all got sign off. I can tell you off air.
It is a
fight for a couple.
It is a green bank.
Right.
So, anyways, he hits me in that interview with the third interview. He says, "You're, 14 and a half years old. Just had your bar mitzvah. How are you going to get business, right?"
Yeah.
And I don't know. I spitballed. I said, I'm going to use the connections from my family and friends and all this other shit. And he said, "I know that's going to work. On your way home."
This is the first time I ever did this, and it came to me on the spot. I don't even know how I thought of this.
On your way home, if you see like a billboard or a for sale sign, call it and introduce yourself.
And then report back to me.
Bro, I called 5.
Yeah, I said call.
He gave me like 3 days or something. 3.
But I told you do 3, and I'm giving you until Friday. I think we interviewed on a Tuesday.
I called him that night.
Yeah, he sent me the email at midnight that night.
That night.
Yeah. Sometimes I think about I don't want to give like kudos to myself, but like how do I
should.
come up with this stuff?
You should, man, 100%. Like, listen,
But only because you guys buy into it and you do it, and then you say there's a method to your madness. It's really weird. Like, what am I thinking to say on your way home? Call 3 realtors and tell me if you're going to send them something.
There's a reason why, since 2017 up until today, this coaching still happens on a regular basis and is requested by the people that you coach. This isn't you saying, hey, you need to let me coach you. No. It's we are asking for it. Yeah. And that's what winners want. They want to be coached hard. You need to be able to take a 50,000 foot view of your business and not be working in your business, but working on your business, you know? And the tactics that you can break down, which I think, you know, systematically can change people's lives. Like, there's absolutely no way that the people that you coach would get to where they got as quickly as they got there without that roadmap, in my opinion.
No, it's true. There's been time in interviews, people bring me a business plan, and we call the people on their business plan together.
Oh, you did that to me too.
Call them. Is this real? Do they know you? Are they going to send you deals? Anyways, okay. I think that's good content. I think he's got lots of good videos, content. I like it. What else? What other questions?
Question. Yeah. Someone's watching this episode and wondering whether to subscribe. What's your message?
Oh, subscribe now, man. Investors, possibly you.
Smash the like. You know what, dude?
If I gotta do TikTok dances, I'll do it.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this, okay? I don't really understand how this social media shit works, okay? I could be the oldest, youngest guy you know, okay?
Oldest looking, but youngest.
I don't know. I feel like I'm aging in reverse right now.
Now you're like Jack.
Yeah.
No, is it Jack? The movie with Robin Williams where he goes backwards? What's that movie?
Benjamin Button.
Benjamin Button. That's yes.
Brad Pitt.
That's Brad Pitt, bro.
My bad.
Yeah.
I thought there was a Robin Williams.
I rewatched the director's cut of Troy this weekend. Putty.
Anyways,
that's a flick.
Subscribe.
The nature of what we're trying to achieve here is to just give you a inside look as to what happens behind closed doors when you're trying to generate business, no matter the market and no matter the size of the broker or brokerage. And I think that is really meaningful and would cost a lot of money if Paul were to put on, you know, a 3-day conference where you could walk away and revamp your entire business. And we're gonna give it in bite-sized pieces based on exactly what's happening out there. And if I were a new agent, medium agent, or large agent, I would need to take a step back and understand, where can I sharpen some of my tools? What's in my blind spot? Am I growing a business or am I growing a tumor? And that's where the sales tactics and really understanding what's happening inside of your business is really important. So instead of saying, you know, subscribe this and whatever the YouTube people say, I think that there's just a lot of value and we really enjoy doing it. And I think that we're really open to feedback. And if there's a way that you want it delivered, just, you know, say the word and we're going to work on that.
Yeah, I would say right now everyone's looking for ways to generate business. And people are paying for stuff. They're listening to podcasts, they're doing different things. I think it's worth a listen. If you like it, great. If not, that's cool too. But yeah, we're not gonna go crazy for subscribers. I think there's a lot of value here. So yeah. I think give it a listen, a couple episodes. You like it, subscribe. But yeah, the numbers are pretty embarrassing for sure. But it is what it is.
But you know, people are always looking for new acquisitions, right? New partnerships, new customers, and neglecting the customers that they already had. If I leave this video with one question for everyone, and no matter what business line you're in, if every person that you did business with ever is still doing business with you, how much money would you have?
Right.